So we're going to take some things that I brought from my closet in my bag, and we're going to sort them today. Okay? I brought a few extra things because Mr. Reggie has a super big collection of baseball hats. So the reason we're doing this has something to do with what we started looking into with the animals in the different categories. All right? So we're going to make that. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Well, no. I'll put these over here. These don't get sorted. Although they could be. There's the hats. I'm going to throw that many into the mix. Some shoes. Yeah, I'm just going to dump it. Okay.
That's what I love too.
Are those your shoes? Wow.
That's my closet.
That's your closet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So the question says, how easy would it be to get ready for school if this is how your clothes were kept?
Awful.
And the answer would be, would you say awful?
Confusing.
Confusing?
Hard.
Hard? That's what you're going to say, Addie?
Much more easier.
Easier if it was this way?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because you could see everything.
You could see everything. What about the things on the bottom?
You could just lift everything up.
So you're just going to lift them up and throw them into another pile?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to try to sort them today, okay? So who has not had an option to be up here yet? Maddie, why don't you come up? There are different ways that we can do this, right? Maddie may not do it the same way you do. So Maddie, you're going to go ahead and come over here on this side, and I want you to sort it. Carmel, if you'll move back just a little bit.
May I change my seat?
Yes. So when you're done, Maddie, I want you to tell us how you organize them. And the hats I'm going to move over here. We may save those for later.
Dude, that's a lot of
It's a lot of hats. Some are mine and some are his.
That's a cute shoe.
Kinsey, if you could move over there, sweetie, just so we have more space. Carmel, maybe back a little bit more. That's good. What size shoe do you wear?
For some reason, almost all the adult for women shoes almost fit me.
Oh, yeah?
It's so weird. Why? I can fit into a size 4 in women's.
So while she's doing that, I want you guys to be thinking about if you agree with the way she's organizing or if you think that she should come up with a different strategy. Ask her what she's doing afterwards. She looks like, Maddie, you look like you're concentrating pretty hard. Do you have another way, Jay?
No.
You have another way, Carla? Then you got another way?
Time, that's
It does take a long time. Imagine if you had to do that when you were getting ready for school every day.
no. Yeah, that's a cute shirt.
Does that say something about maybe how you should be organized? Try to organize yourself so that it doesn't take time to do certain things that maybe take too long? Can you think of something else? Where else do you have to organize yourself? With what other materials? What other part of your life?
Well, you could organize if like what you like or color.
Oh, you could do the color. Okay. What about your school supplies? What else?
I was
Kinsey?
just going to say,
What do you have to do with your school supplies?
you have to keep it organized.
Okay.
put
So
them
do
in
you
a
throw them
shelf.
all in the same box?
No.
Does anybody throw them all in the same box? Dia, I saw you throw them. Okay. Would it be helpful if you needed certain things for a certain day to have them separated?
Yes.
Do you sort all of your materials by color? So you have like your orange marker, your orange crayon, your orange color pencil,
I'm not
your
bad.
orange pen. That might not help you, would it? Okay, so tell us what you did, Maddie.
Hats, pants, shirts, belts, and shoes.
Okay, Tanner. Thank you, Maddie. So she categorized them pretty simply, right? Just by the style of the clothing, what type of clothing it was. So Tanner, can you come up and change it for us?
I was only gonna change the hats.
Okay, come up and change the hats for us. So our goal is to start with this and make it as specific as we can. Carmela, I see you're ready to come up. I see.
I have the thinking right now.
What are you thinking? Oh, it's another way to organize?
Everything.
Oh, you want to organize everything differently? Is that how you put your hats away, Tanner?
Yes.
I don't have so much hats.
So many? You don't have so many hats?
I have like 3.
So I don't really need one. Well, I actually put.
Dia, what are you thinking?
About the shoes.
Okay.
A different way to organize.
Come and organize the shoes in a different way while he's doing the hats. So what would you do differently?
With the
Bless you.
shoes over here, they're when she put all of them together, I realized that they were different over here, and then these all were sandals.
Okay. So you've got some flats, you've got some sandals. Okay. Anybody else do something different with that? Kinsey, what would you do with the shoes? Tanner's still working, so we're gonna move on over here. What would you do?
Color code them according to the rainbow.
You would color code them according to the rainbow. Okay. Anybody see anything different? Ed, you see something else with the shoes? Carmel, I'm gonna let you get into my clothes in just a second. Okay. Come up, Addie. What do you think with the shoes? Belts are okay? You guys are okay with the belts?
No.
No? Thanks, Tanner. All right, so Tanner's put them all together so they look more organized. Okay. So Addie, tell us what you did.
I put the flats this way and the sandals this way.
Okay. I know she put the 3 that were the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have Carmel come up and check on the clothes there. You see another way with the shoes or another way with the hats? Okay, Marissa, you come up and change the hats. Let's try to get more specific. So Tanner made it a little easier for us to see. We have 3, 6, 7 hats.
The hats are so big.
Take a look, Carmel, when you're doing that, at what the shirts have on them and see if that might help you too. Just a thought.
I want to organize the belts.
Okay, Jay's gonna organize the belts. Okay, well there's only 3, so.
I want to organize like this.
However do you want them organized?
Not fancy, like old style and stuff.
Okay, so we've got old style.
And then we've got these fancy ones.
These are fancy.
Those are so small.
But the
Yeah,
belt
they're the
or the
skinny
shirts?
ones.
The red one.
The red one's skinny. So you could also do 2 thick ones and 1 skinny one.
Yeah, but this skinny one is really hard to fold.
Okay. What do you think, Dan?
Oh, I see something.
You see something different? Oh, okay. So let's see what Marissa did. Tell us what you did with the hats, Marissa.
I did black, like 2 colors, so black and white on the top,
Okay.
and then black and then
Okay.
red and white.
Got it.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Who hasn't? Luke, you haven't come up yet.
I have a way to organize the belts.
How are you going to organize the belts? Come on.
I guess thick and thin. You could just put them in a circle so they're.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you want to organize them so you're going to neaten them up a little bit. Are you going to put them back the way he had them, or are you going to put them together in different groups?
In different groups.
How are you going to do it?
And just like by color, like this one stands out the most because it has a lot of color.
Okay. Do you guys know in my house, I should show you, I'll take a picture tonight. In my closet, I have a basket that I keep all my belts in, and they're all just thrown in there. I don't organize them at all. And you know what I have to do? I have to organize them when I get up in the morning and find what I want.
I have them on my hangers.
You have them on your hangers? So that's a good way to do it. So while she's finishing this up, how does this apply to classifying the animals? How does it apply? We have animals. We have this big category. We have organisms. How does it, Colton, how does it apply to what we're learning about with classifying the organisms?
Because animals have different ways, like
They have different ways of behaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
they have different adaptations.
They have different adaptations.
There are many different ways of separating animals.
There are. What is something that we've been talking about so far? What is a way that we separate them? There's like 2 main groups. What are we talking about?
vertebrates and invertebrates.
With animals, it's the vertebrates and it's the invertebrates. And then we took those vertebrates and we did what?
Categorize them from amphibian, reptile, fish, mammal, and insect.
And insect, you had the insects in there? Okay. So, what did she say? Mammal, fish,
Fish,
amphibian, reptile, birds. That was the one they were missing. And then we added the insects into the group. You were talking about them. But the insects they're not actually in with those other groups, but you're right, but that was another way that we could classify them. All right, so when we're talking about these things, there's lots of different ways that we could group them together. We could just throw the shoes, right, like Maddie did. We could take the hats. We could take the shirts, and that would be a really simple way. Do you think, though, if you were trying to get ready for school, the more categorized that you had it, the easier you'd be able to find what you wanted to use? Okay, so it helps, right? So in the same way, categorizing the animals in different ways with different attributes and characteristics, it's the same thing. It just helps us organize them better. Okay, because you're right, there's so many different ways we could do it. You noticed, this was the one thing, here was the trick. 2 totally different shirts, but she found what?
W.
Yep, she found the wadi, the W.
Wait,
Same design.
That's a
W? It's a W.
And an M. That
Yeah.
looks like an N.
Yeah, good job, guys. All right, thank you. We're done. Thank you.